Hi guys! In today's lesson, we are going to represent parts of one whole as fractions with number bonds. Take a look at this first problem. I am going to decompose 4 into 4 ones. So I'll take my pen. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 ones. But another way I can decompose 4 is into 2 parts. 1, 2. And in one part, I want 3 ones. Since I have 3 ones for my one part, the other part has to be 1, 1, because 3 plus 1 equals 4. I could also show 4 as one part of 2 and another part of 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. These are just 2 examples of how I can decompose 4 ones. In the second example, I am going to show you how to decompose one whole into 4 unit fractions. So I know that, let me get my pen ready. I know that they want 4 unit fractions. So 1, 2, 3, 4 unit fractions. This has got to be 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, and 1/4. And remember, these are unit fractions because my numerator or my top number, my very first number, is 1. So those are unit fractions. So I just decompose this one whole into 4 unit fractions. But another way that I could do this is I could draw a number bond decomposing 1 into 2 parts. So again, they want me to decompose it into 2 parts. One part should be composed of 3 copies of my unit fraction. So I need one part that has 3 of these. I know that 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, that would be 3 copies of 1/4 is 3/4. Since I have one part that's 3/4, my other part has to be 1/4. I could even draw a tape diagram if we're having a hard time seeing that. Here's my one whole. And I know that 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, that's this number bond right here where I decomposed it. 3 copies of my 1/4, that's 3/4 right there, from here to here. And here's my 1/4 left over. So I was able to decompose my one whole into 2 parts, having one part 3 copies of my 1/4. So here's my 3 copies, 1, 2, 3, that's 3/4. If you look at this final example, you can see that they took one whole and they decomposed it into 5 unit fractions. And again, these are unit fractions because the top number or the numerator is 1. So when they decompose into 5 unit fractions, you need 5 different parts. They also then decomposed one whole into 2 non-unit fractions. These are non-units, 3/5 and 2/5, because the numerator or the top number is not 1. However, 3 plus 2 equals 5. You can decompose a whole by either using unit fractions, like 1/5 5 times, or non-unit fractions. 3 plus 2 equals 5, so that equals our whole. And your whole will always be specified by whatever unit they want you to use, whether it's fifths or fourths or thirds. Let's complete part of the problem set together. The directions state to show a number bond representing what is shaded and unshaded in each of the figures. Draw a different visual model that would be represented by the same number bond. So I need to show a number bond, just circle that, representing what is shaded and unshaded in each of the figures, and draw a different visual model that would be represented by the same number bond. When I look at the first example or the sample, I see that there are 8 total pieces. Of these 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are shaded. This whole can be decomposed. This one whole, which is the same as this rectangle, can be decomposed by 5/8 that are shaded and 3/8 that are not shaded. The circle is another visual model that could be represented by the same picture. Even though there are only 3/8 that are shaded, 5/8 are unshaded. So we are still decomposing the whole into 5/8 and 3/8. It's just the opposite from our rectangle where we had 5/8 shaded and 3/8 unshaded. I'll help you get started with number 1. This trapezoid can be described as a whole that can be broken up into 5 parts. Of these 5 parts, 1, 2, 3/5 are shaded and 1, 2/5 are unshaded. I can write my number bond like this. So it's a whole, and this whole is being broken up into my shaded parts, which there's 3 out of 5 that are shaded, and my unshaded parts, which are 2 out of 5 that are unshaded. Another visual model I could use to represent the same number bond would be I could just draw a rectangle, and I would break it up into 5 pieces because that's how many pieces I have in my trapezoid. And I know that of these 5 pieces, according to my trapezoid, I had 3/5 shaded. Well, this time I can just shade 1, 2. This time I have 2/5 that are shaded and 3/5 that are unshaded. However, I'm still working with the same non-unit fractions, 3/5 and 2/5. Different visual model, but the same number bond. I want you to pause the video here and complete problems 2, 3, and 4 independently. When you have your work completed, hit the play button again and check your answers. I will be conferencing with you to make sure you have the correct work and to answer any of your questions one-on-one. Go ahead and pause. Check your answers with mine. Your answers for the different visual models, they might look different from mine, and that's okay, as long as you represented a different visual model, but with the same number bonds. Let's look at the last problem we are going to work on. This problem reads, the chef puts 1/4 of the ground beef on the grill to make 1 hamburger and put the rest in the refrigerator. Draw a 2-part number bond showing the fraction of the ground beef on the grill and the fraction in the refrigerator. Draw a visual model of all the ground beef. Shade what is in the refrigerator. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try to solve this independently. I will be coming around to work with you one-on-one. Before you solve it, you need to make sure that you annotate the question. And since you have quite a bit to complete in this problem, break the problem down by reading it sentence by sentence and completing it as you go. I will be working one-on-one with you to make sure you understand. Pause the video here to complete it. When you are ready and after I have conferenced with you, you can resume playing. Go ahead and check your answers with mine. Great job on today's lesson. You were able to represent parts of one whole as fractions with number bonds. Now that you are done with the problem set, check the board for what the next step is.